Unemployed people are the happiest.
Unemployed people are the happiest people on earth. This is the problem. No job equals no money, but having a job equals no time. Ever since
having a job equals no time, but no money equals no job equals no money, but having a job equals no time. But having no job means you have no money to spend your time wisely. If you don't have money, you can't. That's why money creates happiness in some form. In that, while, yeah, it removes the stress of, like, downsides as well, it also gives you things to do in your free time. Like, if you have unlimited time, but you have no money, you can't fucking do anything, you know? Like, that, this is a lot of you guys, but for me, it's like a flashback to where, when I was in high school, I had unlimited time. On weekends, in the summer, you end up just chilling in a parking lot outside of Walmart. You have a car, but you have no money. So what are you going to do, right? You can't go pay for something outside of, like, gas. So you just fucking sit there and be a bum, right? Because you can't do anything. And it's like, so, yeah, like, being unemployed is great because you have time, but only momentarily. Like, being unemployed, a lot of what you'll see, and this is, like, with a lot of people that I know, if they lose a job or quit their job, they'll sit on unemployment for, like, a month. And then they'll get a job. Because that first 3 weeks of not having a job is great. It's like vacation. But then you need money for, you know, rent, bills, stuff like that. And also you need money to do fun things. If you don't have money, you can't go hang out with your friends. You can't go to bars, restaurants. You can't fucking go bowling or go to the movies or shit because you don't have fucking money.
Yeah, you can make some money working 8 hours, 12 hours, hell, even 13 hours, selling your time for money. That might be worth it at the time because, hey, I need some money, I'll sell them my time. The whole point of a job is to sell your time for money. Take the money, do what you gotta do with that money. This is what they want to sell you. Work 45 years for 15 years of freedom. Are you fucking kidding me right now? 45 for 15? Everyone here went to kindergarten. 45 for 15. Homeboy, you're getting robbed, dog. You're getting robbed of your time.
You're getting robbed, but I think the counterpoint is, like, if you were living in the wilderness, you would have even less free time, you know? Like, things can get better, and I think ideally, and this is how I see this. Keep in mind, I'm in a privileged job. I'm a white man. I think that ideally, you retire when you're 60 and you work 30 hours a week with long vacations. I don't think working is bad. I think when people get in the rut of having crazy ass hours, having to work fucking 9 to 9, 12-hour shifts 6 days a week, and they get 1 week off a year, that's terrible. If you were to have 2 months off a year, like school, and you were able to fucking work 30 hours a week, I don't think that's bad because you would work 6 hours a day, 5 days a week. You would have weekends off, 2 months off. And if you were able to make a living doing that, that would be awesome. The problem is most people in America that need to make ends meet are working 50-hour weeks, so 20 hours more, almost double, and they're working every week of the year. They're taking no time off. And they do that for their whole life. And so your life becomes monotonous. It just becomes repetitive. Like that one scene from SpongeBob where Squidward lives with a bunch of other Squidwards. And he's just like... And it's just the same thing. You know what I'm talking about? Where he like loved it and then he fucking hated it because it was just the same shit.
Those 15...
Like there's no uniqueness.
...years of freedom are going to be you...
But what I was saying though is like... If you were in the wilderness, like trying to survive, like you wouldn't have much free time either. That's why I think there has to be like a middle ground there. Like you shouldn't expect life to be like, oh, just endless free time and you work 10 years to be retired for fucking 50. But at the same time, the situation we're in now is terrible because you never have free time. You never have free time. And when you do have free time, you don't have money because all the money that you're making is just going to keep you alive.
I saw a YouTube video of a dude who was a ski bum, basically being homeless and just chilling at a ski resort with the homies, looking for food, looking for what he's gonna do today, just living in the moment. That's literally how humans are supposed to live. We're not supposed to be working in a machine.
Yeah, but that's not sustainable. The reason this looks fun is because you could imagine yourself doing this for a day. But imagine being this guy and having no money and no job. In your 20s, oh yeah, great. You could be like a traveling person and fucking ride the wave. And then you break your arm. And now what? because you don't have insurance, you have no money, and now you're fucked, right? Like, I don't want to be like the Debbie Downer here, but there has to be a level of realism in like having no fucking job for the rest of your life. Like, if anything wrong happens, you're screwed.
And just chilling at a ski resort with the homies, looking for food, looking for what he's gonna do today, just living in the moment. That's literally how humans are supposed to live. We're not supposed to be working in a machine, in a cog. We're not supposed to be crammed up in offices. Doing labor tasks, stuff that's physical, isn't as bad mentally because you're active, you're sweating, you're being active. But I'm not gonna...
Yeah, I think office jobs are generally the most depressing because you're confined to a space, sitting, doing one individual task over and over again. Like, one of the biggest issues I have is people with, like, ADHD are always, like, frowned upon in society where it's like, oh, you can't focus. But, like, if you had ADHD in, like, the wilderness, that wouldn't be, like, a disadvantage. Like, survivability-wise, like, you needing to constantly be doing something is good, right? Like, that wouldn't be bad. So, it's, like, it's so weird that, like, desk job shit is usually, like, depressing. Like, union stuff and, like, you know, physical labor or, like, factory work and stuff, it is stimulating. It also has usually pretty bad pay, and it also destroys your body, man. Like, guys that work in the fucking union lugging shit around all the time, they have fucked up backs by the time they're 35. Like, it's not a sustainable career.
I'm not gonna lie, construction is literally hell on earth, especially if you work in the desert. It's not for everybody. I'm gonna leave it at that, bro. You're breaking your back every day. You get paid very good money, but you're breaking your back every...
Yeah, construction. Like, you're just fucked. Like, if you have to lug around wheelbarrows of stuff and fucking put together shit, and you're doing hard labor every day, oh my god, dude. That's why there's, like, the meme that it's like, there will be a video of, like, an old union man, and they're like, yeah, this guy's a fucking new 25. This guy's 25, he looks fucking 80.
Every day. That being said, homeless people, bums, loiterers, people who don't have a typical 9 to 5, they're the happiest people on earth because they live on their own terms. They're living in the moment. They're doing what they want to do.
No, they're not, though. They're doing what... I disagree. I think they're doing what they want to do in a very confined space. If you have a job, like... you are stuck in that space. You're stuck in a block, in a cell, for 8 hours. And then after that, your circle widens. A homeless person or a bum is stuck in a bigger circle than you are when you're at work, but a much, much smaller circle than when you're not at work. They can't fucking do anything. Like, what do you... Yeah, they're allowed... What, are they going to go loiter at Dick's Sporting Goods? They're going to go fucking work on the pool? Like, you're literally showing a video of... I don't know if this is him, but, like, somebody working out at a fucking store.
They're living in the moment. They're doing what they...
Like, this is fun when you're 15. Like, I would not want to do this now. If I was like, yeah, let me go hit a quick lift at Dick's Sporting Goods.
Want to do. That's basically what humans are meant to do. We're supposed to be...
Oh, yeah, I'm just testing out the treadmill for an hour.
Here, you don't have to earn any validation.
I'll be back tomorrow, same time.
You don't have to earn anything. The fact that you exist means you have a birthright, you know, to exist in itself, bro. You don't have to do anything. The system has created a whole bunch of weird circumstances where people have to work to live. You have to pay money to live on Earth. You're gonna get taxed. You have to pay for this. You have to pay for that. Unless you're a genius and save up all your money, buy land, grow your own food, get your own water, have your own cattle, have your own resources, become ungovernable. That's the main goal. Being unemployed is fun because you don't have to serve anybody, but you serve no master except yourself. Yeah, maybe you're gonna have to make some money. I mean, just go sweep outside for like 10-15 minutes at a local shop there. You got 20 bucks right there. Go do what you want. Go to the beach, go chill, go start a YouTube channel.
Go do what you want with $20, bruh. $20 getting you about fucking a bag of chips and a burrito at 7-Eleven, not Chipotle. $20. $20 ain't making you through the day. Now? What the fuck?
Bro, like, becoming a bum is the way, bro. Would you rather...
$20 could get you a full graham cart. Yeah. And then what are you gonna go do? Sit outside every day? Yeah, you could buy a $20 cart. And then what? Play Xbox? You don't have a job. You don't have internet. Right now you do because you live with your parents because they have a job. When you're an adult and you're fucking 30, if you don't have a job and you don't live with somebody that does, You're not playing video games.
Be a bum or work 45 years for 15. From the ages of 5 to 50 are your most fruitful years of energy.
That ain't $20, bro. Those 2 White Claw surges alone are $20.
Bro, like that's when you have the most energy to do things, to change your circumstances, to create a new life for you and your family. From the ages of 18 to 65, you have 2 options: play the game or don't play at all. Playing the game is a general term because
I don't think those are the only 2 options. I think, like, realistically, yeah, the majority of the people in the world are going to get stuck doing a 9 to 5 their whole life, which is terrible. But to say that either you bum and be homeless or have a job forever, that's not, like, the only thing that could happen. I think ideally you'd start out with a 9 to 5 in hopes of getting a good career that could land you enough money to where you could retire early. Or you land a job that you do work your entire life, but you enjoy it. Like, I've seen a few teachers that work until they're fucking 60, but they love their job. Every day when summer ends and school begins, they're fucking smile on their face. They're happy, right? And that's diminishing because I think students are also getting worse. But, like, there's people that enjoy doing that.
Nonetheless, if you live in society, you have to play the game. It's non-negotiable. If you don't want to play, go ahead, be homeless, be a bum. Choose happiness, choose your time. Now, people like...
Even then, you're still playing the game, bro, because you're a citizen of a given country. The only way you're actually not playing the game is if you literally live off the grid and stop existing in society. Like, even a homeless man plays society's game. He could get arrested. He has to find food. He has to pay for things that he wants. He's still a part of society. You're still playing the game. You're kind of detached from it. It's like, to put it in perspective, it's like playing ranked versus casual. Like, if you have a job, you're playing ranked. If you're not having a job, you play casual. You're still playing the game. It's just easier because you don't have to try as hard.
Like us, we want more. We don't want to just work repetitive jobs that make other people rich. No, we want to help our families. We want to retire our parents. We want to give back to the world.
That's a crazy analogy. Yeah, I got to put in like Fortnite terms. Fortnite terms, having a job is build mode. Having no job is zero build. Easier question mark? I'm saying easier where you have less tasks. I'm not saying being homeless is easy. I'm saying from his point of view, my counterpoint, if you were paying attention to the video, I'm not saying being homeless is easy. Being homeless is really fucking hard and scary. But from his point of view, he's saying being homeless and a bum is great because you're free and it's easy. No, I'm saying, yeah, you don't have a job, so there's no level of, tying you down in that sense. You're more free there. But you're not free because you're still, fucking in society. You just have no money.
We want to know that what we're doing has value and it helps people. We want to be needed. That's basically the whole point of life. We want to feel needed. If we don't feel needed, then why the fuck are we here? One day I was walking in school and realized, oh shit, bro, I have free will. I stopped going to classes. All I did was go to the gym. Didn't even do any homework. I basically just failed an entire semester every single class because all I was doing was using the university's gym, going to the library, making videos, walking around campus.
Yeah, but you still have goals. Like, you're still like a YouTuber. You're getting views. Like, I do fuck with this video. Regardless of my disagreements with him, I do fuck with the video. It's just like, but he still has a goal, right? Like, you're making YouTube videos, you're making content. You still have goals. And all purpose in life is goals. If you're a homeless person, or not homeless, let's just say you don't have a job. Let's just say if you're unemployed and you have goals, and your goals still have to do with pertaining money and reaching things and going to other avenues, then yeah, you have a purpose. But if you're waking up every day and you're just like, my goal today is to get food so I don't starve, like, that's not, you don't have a purpose. You're just like existing.
Contemplating life, like, damn, what's this about? What's the plan? Where am I headed? What's my future look like? I was at university wearing a blindfold and shooting a dartboard of what's my career. Dead ass. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna get this random degree. Hopefully it all works out. That's how you shoot yourself in the foot. If you're in college and have a set plan and know what you want to do with your degree, keep going. It's meant for you because you have a plan. You have a purpose and a direction. But for the majority of people that go to college, they don't even know what they're doing. They're just going there for the party.
Well, that's why a lot of people drop out, but then they also switch majors. I think a lot of people go to college because they feel that it's a requirement in society to get a college degree. And a lot of the time, you just need a college degree in general to succeed. Like, when you, even like in New Jersey, like if you wanted to be a police officer, there's a lot of avenues that you could go, like military and having a set amount of experience in there. But a lot of the time, you just need a degree. Or like for certain jobs, it doesn't matter what degree you have. You just need a degree. If you don't have a bachelor's or an associate's, they're not hiring you. And so that's like a part of it. But also, yeah, I do think a lot of people go to college that shouldn't. Not because I don't think they're meant for it or capable. I think that they just don't want to go down that path. I think a lot of people think it's frowned upon to go into a trade school or go into another avenue of careers when college isn't meant for them. But at the same time, you have to recognize that college will open avenues that a lot of other places won't. You're less appealing as an applicant to a job if you have a GED or a high school diploma comparable to a bachelor's degree. If you're both equal, but one has a bachelor's and one doesn't, they're going to hire the guy with a degree. You're putting yourself at a disadvantage there, but you can make up with experience and other things elsewhere. College isn't required, but it is a lot of the time needed for certain careers.
Experience. They're just going there because their parents told them to go, society told them to go. School in general is to prepare you just to work the 9 to 5. Again, there's nothing wrong with working a 9 to 5 if you have a plan. Work 5 to 10 years, save up your money, start a business, save up your money, invest, whatever you want to do, as long as you have a plan. The system is designed to where you get comfortable of working that 9 to 5, 5 days a week, 6 days a week, and then on the weekends just blow it all away, drink, smoke, go crazy, go to the strip club, go to HK, go to Hong Kong, waste all.
Well, I think another thing too is you need to be open to job switching. And this isn't like financial advice, but this is just something that's like proven, is that a lot of people get into a career and just stay there and hope they get wage raises. And you're usually going to get more money, and this is usually college degree specific things, but also just jobs in general, not entry-level shit. If you work at McDonald's and then quit and try to go work at Wendy's, you're probably going to make the same amount of money unless you get a higher management position or something like that. But if you have a degree, like, for example, like if you're a coder or a finance bro or something like that, and you work somewhere for like 3 years, say you're making $40,000 a year, they might give you a wage raise for $45K, or you could quit or stay there, job search while you're still there, do an interview at another place, get hired for $50K a year, and leave. And so now you've made more money job hopping. Job hopping is what a lot of people do to successfully make money without having to start their own business. And then over the course of 10, 20 years, they're making, fucking $80K a year while they're fucking, 38. And they're making pretty good money. It's not like a proven method. It's not the only thing that you could do. There's a lot of ways to make money in life. But one of the worst things you can do is just make yourself sit in the same position for years on end. Like people that have the same job over and over. Like one of my friends used to work at ShopRite, and they would give out like quarter per hour wage raises per 6 months or a year. And there was a guy that worked there for like 20 years. And he worked there when New Jersey minimum wage was way less. And then they upped minimum wage. And now instead of raising his wage, some businesses do that where they match your wage raise fee with minimum wage. So say minimum wage is $10, you worked your way up to 12 an hour, they raise minimum wage to 12, they'll bump you to 14. ShopRite doesn't do that. And so this guy that worked at this ShopRite for 20 years was making the same amount of money as new people at that job. He shot himself in the foot. He shouldn't have stayed with that business for that long. It's fucked up that the business did that to him, and I think that's part of the problem. But also, he's stuck himself in a position where he was a bagger or like somebody that did, one task for 20 years in a row. And while he was getting wage raises from $9 an hour to 15, they bumped the wage raise to 15. Now he's just making the same as a fucking 17-year-old that's a cart pusher. Like, it's unfair.
All week so you can have a little bit of fun for the weekend. That's a terrible deal, bro. You're sacrificing your dreams and goals. But if you want to live that life, go for it, bro. I'm not knocking you. If you want to be a 9-to-5 bot slave, I'm not knocking you as long as you're happy and you're doing what you want to do. But for the rest of us that see the scam, see the lie, we want to provide value to the world. We want to retire our parents. I don't know what your goals are, but I know for a fact you don't want to be making other people richer and get screwed over in the end. Do you want to get screwed over? Hell no. So what are you going to do? Become unemployed? No. Have a plan. That's all I'm saying. When I mean unemployed,
all right, I like the direction he's going now.
People are the happiest people on earth is because they live on their own terms. They do what they want to do. The word employed means you work for someone else. Yes, self-employed means you work for yourself, but at the end of the day, it means you're unemployed. You don't work for a job. You don't work for a corporation.
No, you're not unemployed. I think the way he was, I like how he's going about it now. But he was originally mocking this video as like, yeah, you should be a bum. Like, you should just do nothing. No, if he's saying you want to be an entrepreneur, you want to be self-employed, yeah, blah, 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 that's fine. But you also got to recognize in any self-employment scenario, the rate of failure is going to be very high that you also need a backup. Like your goal in life shouldn't just be, I'm going to be an entrepreneur. I'm going to hustle, drop shipping and all this. Like you need backup plan after backup plan after backup plan after backup plan. Because the majority of the time, getting into something where you're your own boss is great, but it's also a 24-hour job and you might fail.
You work a job right now and have a boss, there's nothing wrong with that because you have a plan. You know what you want to do. You have a plan to escape. You do not want to stay there. There's nothing wrong with being a janitor, a construction worker, a police officer. Those people help society run. They keep society, if it weren't for them, society would crumble. Dead ass. But
Yeah, I mean, there's different jobs that heavily, weigh on society's success more than others, but that's also why they have higher wage pay. Like, you usually, job value is what makes you make more money, unless you're a business owner. Like, if you're a brain surgeon, you're not needed in terms of society to run, but, like, no one's really able to perform brain surgery. So if anybody ever has a problem, you're the first guy they go to, you're going to make a fuckload of money. Takes a lot of time. Not a lot of people can do it. Like, that's just supply versus demand. The demand for doctors is high. The supply is also high. The demand for teachers, that's why, like, some job markets are fucked. Where, like, the demand for teachers is high, but the supply is low, and they're not bumping wages. That's, like, a problem within the government and the education system. So, like, that's where you get into issues with society on wage pay. But also, in general, like, yeah, depending on what job you have, I don't know where I'm going with this. I was rambling. I'm gonna click play.
I'm saying unemployed people are the happiest people on earth. If you ask most of these people in the 9-to-5s, most of them say, yeah, my job's pointless, I'm just trying to get through the day. But the ones who work a 9-to-5 and have a goal and a vision and a purpose and a dream, they get through the day very quickly. They get through the day enthusiastically because they know it all matters. You see what I'm saying? That's where the happiness comes from. That's where the purpose is, bro. It's all going towards something bigger. He's putting ice cream in his face because he gets to do what he wants. Granted, he might be loitering, he might be disturbing the peace, but he's happy doing what he wants. It's not about not working.
How do you know he's happy? Like, I mean, being real, like, how are you assuming somebody else is happy just because they have a level of success and they're doing things that they want? Just because you could say if you're self-employed, you're doing what you want, but that's not necessarily true. I would say the majority of people that are self-employed aren't doing things that they want. They're doing things that will provide success. Even if you're self-employed, you might not love your job. You're just doing it, and you're doing whatever makes you make money. So you're still in the same monotonous circle of fucking 9-to-5 level. You just pick your own hours and you still hate your job. You just want to make a fuck ton of money so you can retire.
You have to work. Even if you don't have a job and you're a bum on the street, you have to work to get your food. You have to work to get your water, work to bathe. There's work everywhere. It's about choosing the type of work you want to do. Do you want to make other people richer, or do you want to make yourself and your family richer? And it's not about money. It's about value and purpose and having a meaning and a purpose. Fulfillment. That's what I'm getting at. It's fulfillment. Yeah, some unemployed people feel fulfilled. And there's people out there who don't even want to play the game. They just said, I don't care about making money. I don't care about nothing. I just care about having the best day of my life every day, which is hats off to you, bro. That's how everybody should live to an extent. But if you actually want to retire your parents, you have a plan for your family's legacy, this and that, you're gonna have to get some money. It's part of the game. Again, do you want to play the game or do not want to play the game? Every time I see people loitering, I'm like, damn, bro, that's the way to live, bro. Like, it's hype. Again, you're born here on earth. You matter. You have rights as a human. You have a right to live. You have a right to be fulfilled and wanted. But
I don't think I've ever looked at somebody loitering and going, wow, that's dope though. Like somebody that's just, yeah, you have free will. You're doing what you want to do. But I've never like seen somebody just like chilling outside a gas station for 4 hours and gone, yeah, that's badass.
Pay to sleep at a certain spot, aka a house, an apartment. You have to pay for a certain spot to be. You have to pay for utilities. You have to pay for this. You have to pay for that. You have to pay to shit. You have to pay to wipe. You have to pay to cry. You have to pay to drink, you have to pay to eat, you have to pay to do this. Fuck that. Your time is the most valuable thing on earth, more than gold, silver, diamonds, gems,
that's true.
Anything. Your time cannot be given back to you. Every human on earth has the same 24 hours. Whatever you do with that time will 110% affect your future. If you want to be a bum all day and choose happiness, fine. It's going to come at a cost. You're going to have to worry about what you're going to do tomorrow. Instead of sacrificing 45 years for 15, sacrifice 5 years for 60 years of freedom. Those 5 years are gonna be you locking the fuck in, laser focusing. What do you want to do?
You're not getting retirement money in 5 years unless you literally land the craziest fucking money lick of all time. Like, I think you could reasonably set yourself up in 5 years to where you're able to run some shit for like 10 and then retire. But unless you're literally making like $4 million in 5 years, you're not being able to retire for the next 60.
Where are you headed? What's the future look like? What's your 5 to 10 year plan? Those 5 years are going to be me, fuck everybody else. If you want to help the world, help yourself. If you want to help the world, be the best version of you. If you want to help your family, be the best version of you. It starts with you. If you're a better person, it's going to be a better world. Those 5 years of sacrifice are going to test whether or not you want to play the game right and actually win in the end, or you just don't.
I've seen this guy do pull-ups like fucking 100 times.
Want to play at all and you want to lose and cry about it. I felt so free knowing that nobody cares, the universe doesn't care about you or what you do until you decide, where the fuck am I gonna go? Where am I headed? What am I gonna do today to make a better tomorrow? Guys, nobody cares. At the end of the day, nobody cares. So choose. What do you want to do? I'm not gonna tell you what you should do. I don't care what the fuck.
Yeah, I fuck with the message. I just feel like part of it where it's like, hey, you gotta lock in for 5 years. Like, you might need to lock in for 20, bro. Like, it takes people different times. Like, don't like also have a level of success that you need to obtain to match other people. Like, live your fucking life, dude. People grow and fucking mature at different paces. People fucking succeed at different paces. Like, it doesn't matter if like somebody's doing better than you, you're doing better than them. Like, just do the best you can in a given day, and then at some point that level of consistency will provide some sort of success.
Within we're hitting you hookers, this and that. All right, if that makes you happy, you're gonna be happy for like maybe max a year or two. But
okay, he's talking about hookers now. All right, I'm off that video. That shit was good though. I'm unemployed and I'm fucking miserable. If you live with your parents, continue. System is rigged. Don't take mortgage. It'll enslave you for the rest of your life. More people live with their parents longer and longer every year. It's common now for people to live with their parents until their late 20s, whereas most people used to move out when they were like teenagers. Now it's like you could be like 26, 27, still live with your parents. It's kind of a better play, like instead of like just fucking renting. Like, if you're not ashamed of that, like, just fucking live with your parents for a bit. Save up money. Helps you out too. In your 20s, yeah. Dude, most of the people I know live with their parents and they're like 25. It's not uncommon. I'm 19, still living with my parents. Don't even be, bro, 19 living with your parents. You're a fucking teenager, man. Nothing's wrong with living with your parents when you're 19. You can live with your parents till you're like fucking, once you have like a wife and kids, different story. But like, it's not weird to live with your parents when you're trying to fucking save up money, you know? Because that also just gives you a better jump start to the future. And your parents aren't really losing that amount of money too. Because the more people in a given space, the less money it costs overall. Count me down 30 seconds though. I need to pee.